Sen Sanji Ganji Nit Rasima Shulka Musamas Tunza Sawe Lama Namla Sorate Kirba Sanji Chua Shikta Nyamba Drupa Shumla Tanta Sanjine Manere Dambe Janso Loto Janso Shabla Sorate Lame Josme Janso Toje Shukta Kuru Pema Shumlanji Shenru Zunga Gyawe Nyuku Ye Tanta Drupa Tanjina Drupara Ho Ranji Lame Drambe Kajela Kosme Jaro Shitru Lazo Rale Jana Nebre Tuyo Irmi Jure Shinji Lo Homage to Sakyamuni Buddha, homage to His Holiness Lama Achuk, homage to His Holiness Gyalwe Nyugu Rinpoche. Raised bodhicitta to benefit countless suffering sentient beings. All beings may have happiness and all the causes of happiness, that they may be free from suffering and all the causes of suffering. They may never be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. They may forever dwell in the great equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. To sacred Bodhisattva, the precious and excellent mind, where it is not, may it arise, where it is, may it never decline, consistently growing, rising higher and higher. We carry on with these most incredible teachings of Atisha, the Bodhisattva's garland of jewels. And in fact, we're very fortunate that we have this merit, we have the arising causes with the Dharma. With these teachings, with any teachings, especially teachings from enlightened masters. Sometimes we think, oh, are we really so fortunate? Actually, yes, if you really think about it. How many people are listening to Dharma teachings? How many people are practicing Dharma teachings? How many people really know about enlightenment? And how many people are really endeavoring to attain enlightenment, are thinking of the benefit of others, and are thinking of transforming themselves? If you go to Dharma classes, how many people in the Dharma classes? An enlightened teacher, maybe a few thousand, if you're really a lot, a few hundred, sometimes 10 or 20. Other places 10, 20, 50, maybe 100. Think of all the people in the world, of all the people in your city. Just a handful. In different places, but really, really not many. So it is something to really rejoice that you have these arising causes with the Dharma. Really celebrate it. And how does this come about? Cause and effect. If you didn't have the arising causes, you wouldn't have the interest in the Dharma. Somehow before, you've got a connection with the Dharma. But just having that connection is not enough. We also have to practice. Increase that connection. Deepen that connection. This is also very important. Last week, we spoke about the riches of the Āryas. We spoke about addictions, these material things of ours, and how, because of material things, one, we put in a lot of effort to attain them, to get them, and they might bring us suffering. There might be a lot of suffering in getting them. When we have them, there also might be suffering. We suffer because of what we have to do to be able to get those things. Then we suffer because we hold on to them. We worry about people taking it, people destroying it, getting it lost. And at the end of the day, we have to leave it all behind. And what do? We use up a lot of time getting these things that we're going to leave behind anyway. So rather use your time. Use your time to really practice, to transform your mind stream, to invest in these riches, the paramitas. We spoke about addictions, and I spoke a little bit about addictions physically. I used the example of alcohol. This isn't the only thing. It's just an example I'm using. There's others. People are addicted to gambling. People are addicted to food. People are addicted to things. It's not physical. Mentally, they're addicted to things. People are addicted to their unhappiness. They practice unhappiness for so long. This is the first thing they default to, is unhappiness. They hold on to their unhappiness. They're scared to let go of their unhappiness. Something happens, they fall back into it, into their depression. So it's very important that we learn about different ways, that we don't have to invest so much time in being unhappy. We can invest time in being happy and doing the things that cause happiness. People are addicted to gambling. There was one case where they were going to build a big gambling place, a casino. They were going to build a casino, and one of the people came to the Dharma teachings and said, "Oh, the casino, my partner, I don't know if it was the guy or the girl, loved gambling." And they said, "Don't let this, please, can you do something to not let this gambling place open, this monastery, this casino open?" And because it's going to cause a lot of trouble for a lot of people have addictions. And Rinpoche said, "Well, how about your addictions?" He said to this person, "Never mind your partner's addictions, what about your addictions? Why don't you sort your addictions out first?" So we have a lot of addictions, these fall back to things that we have within our mind stream. So it's not only physical things, it's also within our mind. So it's very good, it'll help us, be of great benefit to us if we let go of our physical afflictions, our physical addictions, and our mental addictions. How do we do this? What do we rather invest in? These paramitas, these 7 riches. We talk about long-term investment. We want to make long-term investment. We think maybe invest in material things, and everybody has different ideas. What is a good investment? And we really hope that those investments keep on going up. But all sorts of things can happen with material things. Stock market goes up and down. Might go down just before we retire, or before we want to crystallize or realize our investment. There could be political change, there could be a political crisis, there could be an economic crisis. You could have a crisis. Your business could have a crisis. You could have an accident, your health could have a crisis. All sorts of things can go wrong. It'll affect that investment. You want to retire, but you may never reach retirement. You may have many plans. Because you have this investment, but you don't have the health, you can't enjoy it. All of your investment goes to recovering your health. Some casualty might happen. Anything can happen. So you see, all these investments in material things are subject to impermanence. They can change. And those changes sometimes with ourselves, sometimes it's really things that happen on a large scale. And this affects us. And even if it does all go well, at the end of the day, when we die, we have to leave it behind. So it's only as good as this lifetime, if not much shorter. And as I said, many things can go wrong. But if you invest in these qualities that we have in ourselves, inherently we have them. We have love and kindness and compassion in ourselves. We have wisdom in ourselves. These qualities, as we develop them, we return to them, they're not going to leave us. any disaster, any material disaster, any health disaster is not going to take them away. When we have them, we have them. And the more we practice them, the greater they're going to become, the more they're going to grow. When we die, we don't leave them behind, we take them with us. Take them to the next life and the next life. And they grow and they're going to benefit us again and again. So if we're looking for long-term investment, surely this is the greatest long-term investment. And if you don't believe in reincarnation, maybe you believe in going to heaven. How do we go to heaven? By investing in a whole lot of material things. And what do we do to get those material things? We're investing in love and kindness and compassion, in patience, in generosity, in discipline, doing positive things, benefiting others instead of hurting others.